Juan just proposed to me. Juan just proposed. We're here at the beach. Spontaneous. We wanted to see the sunset, but this is even better. Sundown. And we're together. And he just proposed not even an hour ago at a Thai place, and it was amazing.
Our Thai place.
Our Thai place. And I love you. Oh, so just our luck, I got to brag to another person that Juan proposed. I got to brag, and he took a picture of us. He had a missing tooth, and it was really slay, and he was really nice. So thank you, missing tooth man. Mr. Janessa.
Gomez? Is that you?
Oh my god, last names. Whoa, what are we gonna do? I'm gonna have like 80 last names because you have 80 last names. Just engaged. I'm engaged. So I just wanted to share our engagement. I have it written down on my iPad, but I wanted to share our engagement story because I think it's like just something out of a movie. We're gonna talk like engagement talk. Okay, so to rewind a little bit, Juan and I had been dating for almost 3 years by the time he proposed. Juan and I planned a date night a month before our 3-year anniversary. Our relationship is the type of relationship where we celebrate everything. Like, we celebrate everything. Every month on the 18th, we sort of like look at each other like, hey, it's another month. Because we got together on September 18th on his birthday 3 years ago. We were gonna go on a date, celebrate that month. Literally, yes, I'm like freaking hot. It's so hot. I feel like Kelly Kapoor in this dress. Do you guys know who I'm talking about? Kelly Kapoor from The Office, where she's like, I look really good in white. Like, we had planned this date, so we just like slept in. Juan didn't have any work. We, you know, just like had the day to ourselves. And I guess before I woke up, Juan had called my fairy godmother. She's my godmother. She's literally like a fairy godmother to me. So he called her in the morning and he asked her for my hand in marriage. Her opinion matters to me very much about marriage and love and life. She is the best example in my life of a healthy, strong marriage, close to God. If there was gonna be anybody he was gonna ask for my hand in marriage, my godmother and my godfather. So he did. He asked her in the morning, and that was that. Clue number one. Oh my god, they're there. Clue number one should have been, he kept hinting to like get ready and like dressing my best. And so I decided that I was gonna match with him. So he wore like a tan shirt, black pants. I wore a tan dress, black sweater. We matched and we looked so good that day. That should have been clue number one, because I tried on like 2 different dresses trying to figure out in front of him, and he was like he was helping me get ready, and I was like, because he like usually never does that. I was really happy with the fact that he wanted to make every little part of that morning special.
Okay, gotta remember posture.
We left after getting ready, and we went to go visit my fairy godmother. When we got to her house, she congratulated me. It was too early, and so she congratulated me. She ran up to me, she gave me a hug. She was like, congratulations. And I was like,
What for?
I think she covered it with like my weight loss or something like that, because I've been losing some weight, something like that. Like, I don't remember, but she covered it, and it was slick because I didn't suspect anything. Still, knowing what we know, was that she congratulated me thinking we got engaged. When she gave me the hug, my fiance was just in the back of me like, shh, don't say it, like it didn't happen yet. The whole visit with my godfather and my godmother, they were just like looking at us weird, talking about like how we love each other, my fiance and I. It was very much like, it makes all the sense now. Back then I was just like, ooh, they're really interested in our relationship.
So naive.
My godfather, he's very much of a jokester, and so he was making jokes like, I know more than you. And I just kept being like, ugh, classic dad jokes. Like, I literally didn't suspect anything. I didn't know he was gonna propose. My godmother, she walks us out every time we visit her, so this wasn't unusual, but this time it felt different. I just thought that was like, like they're very interested in us today. I wonder why that is. We left to our date. We arrived at the restaurant. These are all long drives. Like, I live in another town. We drove in a different town to go visit my godmother, and then we drove into a different town to go on our date. So we were like all over the place that day. So we get to the restaurant, our favorite restaurant, and it's a Thai restaurant. They have the best pad see. I remember one night, Juan and I were wanting to get food. He picked a Thai restaurant and I picked the dish. I chose pad see ew. And ever since then, we've fallen in love. We were obsessed with it. So we get there. They have a terrace in the back. So you go like through the restaurant and there's like a patio area. You can't see any buildings in the town. You can't see anything. It's just like a river, string lights, the sky. Like, you can't see any of the town. Nobody was there. It was just him and I. We order our food. He's very anxious. I remember he was just really quiet, very like smiley. I could tell he was nervous because, well, now I realized that he was nervous, but back then I was like,
why aren't you talking a lot?
He was very like quiet, trying to keep the conversation alive, but I could tell that his mind was somewhere else. Halfway through, he excuses himself. He leaves. He took a really long time, which is kind of normal for him to be long or take a long time. I didn't think anything of it. Again, very unsuspecting. I just start looking at cat videos of the new cat that he had just got me. A good thing I mentioned, go watch the previous cat video if you haven't seen it, and you'll meet my cat. Yeah, I was just looking on my phone, and then I see the door open in the corner of my eye. He just kind of stands in the doorway and he doesn't walk towards me immediately. I just kind of look at him like, what is he doing? At this point, the restaurant is filling up. A lot of people have sat outside, which that never happens. So we were both just like, oh my god, like there's people. There was an audience. He walks up to me and he asks me,
are you ready?
and he has this look on his face. His chin was up and I could see the confidence hit him. As he walked towards me, our waitress has his phone in her hand. She kind of just like curves and like stands and gets a really good angle of us. Juan's right here and he gets down on one knee. He asks me if I want to spend the rest of our lives together. I'm speechless, and if there's anything you know about me, you know I'm not speechless.
Ever.
And he got me speechless. I said yes, of course. He put the ring on my finger. We kind of stand up together. Everyone is like looking at us. They're clapping. I hear like oohs and ahs and like, I don't know, it was so weird to look at all these people. I kind of just remember there were string lights. It was sunset. The air was nice and fresh. The food was amazing. There was a river. There were trees. The ambiance was just, We sat back down and everyone clapped for us and we kind of just looked at each other like, so what are we gonna do? He was just kind of like, should we go? And I was like, yeah, let's go, because it was weird. It was weird to eat in front of people after being proposed to. So yeah, we took our food to go. We got some free ice cream out of it. If you ever want free ice cream out of a restaurant, get proposed to. We took our food to go and went on a drive, and we ended up on the pier at a beach. There's a couple piers, and we chose a very secluded one. It was more of like a fishing pier, so it was quiet and it was peaceful. We walked all the way to the end and we stared at the moon, reflecting off the water. It was amazing. They're getting close. Ew, one of them went. Oh!
She's getting married.
For fries and a soda. I want french fries, because the second I get french fries, I'm gonna sound like that.
Oh my god!
But that's me. We stood out there until it got really dark. We talked about marriage. We talked about our expectations, our goals, how perfect we are for each other. Fine.
It's okay. Still look beautiful. Wow. You look so beautiful.
No, I have tears all over me. Oh, you're recording?
Good, yeah.
Oh. My face hurt from smiling. that whole day. I couldn't wait to tell everybody. Obviously, the first person I told was my godmother, and she was like, oh yeah, he called me and blah blah, and I was like, what? So it feels so good to have a surprise on this kind of level, because I'm always usually the one surprising people. I like to surprise everyone else. This time he got me. He surprised me. So far we've picked the church. So the church is actually how we met. My fiance and I, when we were kids, little preteens, we went to youth group at this church. This church has a lot of sentimental value to us. The church will also double as our venue. I have my veil, I have my dress, I have 2 veils. I have one for the ceremony and then another one for the little reception party, like something short to party in. I have my dress, I have my heels. We chose our bridesmaids and groomsmen. We have 3 bridesmaids and 3 groomsmen. A ring bearer, a flower girl, all picked out. Color and theme are to be revealed in another video. I have a lot of ideas and I know exactly what direction we're gonna go with the wedding. As soon as wedding talk started to happen, like that's all I see on my feeds. Getting a lot of good ideas on TikTok, on YouTube. There's so many hacks and things to do, like do-it-yourself DIYs. A lot of it is going to be like me doing it and family helping me do it. Yeah, so that's pretty much our engagement story and a few little wedding details. I'm a 2025 bride. I'm a 2025 bride. So yeah. Literally, he is the most magical person to have been put in my life. He makes every day feel like something different can happen. We have other life things coming up, a few more projects coming up together. We are in the business right now of renovating a small, quaint RV, mobile home, I don't know what you want to call it, tiny house. We're doing that because where we live is a ranch and there's tiny homes all over the place. Some of his family all live on the same ranch and some of them live in tiny homes. We're gonna build a tiny home because it's just us. It's just 2 people. So we are in the middle of demoing and like reconstructing a whole space for us, and it's gonna be amazing. So that is also something to look forward to. I do want to record all of that, just capture every life changing thing that's happening right now between us. He doesn't know I'm making this video, or he knows I'm making this video, but I don't think he knows I went all out, you know? So yeah, that's pretty much our engagement. I love him so much. We've been together for 3 years now. Love his family. They're amazing. Everyone in his family looks up to him. Like, he's just a really good guy. You can only be benefited by being close to him. As a friend, as a family member, as his wife. He cares for me so much. He only wants me to do things that make me happy, be there for me and support me. And I want to do the same for him. I want him to be happy. So, till next time, there will be more updates.